Now, so this has to get put in line on the negative side, and then this runs up to the actual gauge here that we're gonna probably mount on the outside of this box. First thing that we gotta do is get this shunt mounted right about in here. So my goal is for that thing to live there, which means I need to cut this wire. That's fine, we'll just finish the job with those. Alright, so now that this is completely destroyed, we actually need to strip this down a little bit. Let's make sure we know exactly how far to strip it down. 12s and 10s. Now, I've definitely never done this before, so by no means is this like an instructional video. This is just like a, hey, here's what I'm doing right now, and if you guys want to check it out, you could probably figure out how to do it yourself too. But I am not a professional by any means of anything to do with batteries. Alright, so this has got a P negative and a B negative, so we need to be mindful of what it's telling us. So B negative goes to battery, that makes sense. P negatives goes to wherever the power's coming from, that makes sense too. So in our case, B negative is this one, which means we need to put a lug here first. So let's see, this is a 6. What's that, an 8? It does kind of look like an 8. And then we want to make sure we match the holes up proper too, which, that's a match. We got to strip this down. I have got stuff everywhere. Not what I wanted to happen at all. Okay, be more careful with that. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and strip this. That's not copper wire. I feel better about that one. Alright, we're going to trust the process here. Trust in the process. This is usually the part in the YouTube video where the guy would tell you about something he has no fucking clue. Yep, so you're gonna want to make sure you take the lighter and get that melted reel down. That way it doesn't get messed up, because if it will, X, Y, and Z will happen. Even though I've never done this. I've just watched a bunch of YouTube videos of people doing this. So I have no idea what the fuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm just gonna fucking melt this thing on there. Alright. Now we got one more wire to do again. So now we take this. We're gonna have to wire that charger thing in a second, but now we need to strip this down and crimp another piece over here. Then we gotta decide where we're gonna put the actual gauge at. Are we gonna mount it to the outside, or are we gonna go drilling holes through our little whiz-bang battery box here? So this will also tell me how much battery we have on our trolling motor when we bring that out. Oh no. There we go. Solid. You gotta make them connections tight. If not, you will catch yourself on fire. Remember what I said, please. Thank you. Good thing I got some wire, because it definitely did not say anything about needing that. Hey Siri, how many millimeters is 16 gauge wire?
16 AWG has a diameter of 0.129 centimeters or 1.291 millimeters. This is for from passionplans.com.
1.29, 0.3 to 0.75 millimeter. Well, it says this wire is too thick, but oh good, I've got some thinner wire. Alright, so now we've got to connect this in to there. Maybe we should have done that first. That might have been the hardest part of the, okay, hurry through the camera please. That might have been the hardest part of the whole thing right there, what we just did. If we get these little shrink wrap tubes, now we can take this and start feeding this through our bands here. Bam, bam, bam. Feed that all the way through. And then we want to leave some slack in here, because if this goes wiggling, we don't want it pulling on itself. So yeah, that's not too much slack, that's just enough slack. This is 100% safe. And this is actually the shrink tube that's got the adhesive on the inside. So when you do it properly, when it heats up, it actually seeps out this glue that sticks to the wires, and it keeps you from yanking the wires back and forth. He's gonna go full eyeball, full man mode. Oh my god. That was so much more of a mess than I had anticipated it being. Part of the frustration you sense in my voice in that last video clip is because nothing was recording as I was finishing this up, but it's done. It's been done. I'm just not sitting down at the computer to edit all the video, but I've been using this setup for probably like 2 or 3 weeks it's been. And for this being like a knockoff version, it's even getting dirty and dusty already, but for this being a knockoff version of a product that's like $200 or $300, and then as it doesn't draw, automatically like that light will turn off, so it'll go down pretty much no draw, and then that light will power off. When it senses a load, it powers back on. But the keyboard charging is so low that it won't. If you plug a phone or something in, it will. But yeah, works good.